Hello and welcome to Capital Online TV. I'm your host, Unia Amunga. Businessman Jimi Wanjigi has recounted his ordeal during the 72-hour police raid at his palatial home in Muthaiga. Wanjigi, who addressed a press conference accompanied by his family members and NASA leader Raila Odinga, says he has nothing to hide and is prepared for a full-drawn court battle to prove his innocence. He emerged after police called off the search at his home, where they failed to locate, only announcing that they had seized 7 firearms, including an M4 military grenade rifle, not allowed on civilian hands. Wanjigi and his wife have already obtained an anticipatory bail in his looming arrest and prosecution.
It is an unjustified siege, a siege that my family need not have gone through. It is actually a siege that is premised on nothing else but persecution. Persecution. I'm an innocent man as I stand here. Everything you have seen from the so-called police is a complete fabrication. Whatever was found here in this home, as they're trying to publicize, those are licensed firearms. Every single one of them. And yet they want to try and say they found something big here. They never bothered to try and ask us or to justify their presence in this home. Any other action you have seen in other parts of the country, we are told in a so-called residence in Malindi, they found guns. This is an amazement to us because we don't know what they're talking about. It is a complete persecution.
Everything that's going on here is basically something that is cooked up by the police to try to harass Jimi Wanjigi. You can end up here by saying, leave Jimi Wanjigi alone.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission chairperson, Wafula Chebukati, is calling for an urgent meeting between President Uhuru Kenyatta and NASA leader Raila Odinga to save an impending crisis in the country. Chebukati says the current status is fluid and calls for an open and transparent dialogue as opposed to intimidation and threats directed at him and his staff at the Commission. While terming the resignation of Commissioner Akombe as regrettable and unfortunate, Chebukati said that the Commission needs to put its house in order so as to ensure Kenyans exercise their constitutional right.
As the referee of this contest, I'm extending an open invitation to the candidates to a meeting that I'll preside over so that they can talk. Once the Kenyan people see that their leaders are talking and are putting Kenya first, then we can douse the tension in the air. And when we work together to create a conducive environment for Kenyans to express their sovereign will, then I can truly be confident of the possibility of having a credible presidential election. Only then can I commit to serve as the national returning officer in order to deliver a free, fair, and credible election. I will not allow anyone to destroy this country as long as I'm the referee of this contest.
And in business, technology firm Andela plans to expand more to other African countries and go beyond Kenya, Uganda, and Nigeria after a successful investment of 4.1 billion shillings. Andela Kenya country director Joshua Moniki says the funds will help the company set up in 2 more countries and expand the number of software developers from the current 500 to 1,000 in 2018. The investment, which was led by Pan-African venture firm CRE Ventures, makes the funding one of the largest investments ever led by an African venture firm into an Africa-based company.
One of the things that we've been wanting to do as we grow is opening up new markets, new countries. And so this funding will allow us to open at least 2 new countries that we will probably announce once we have the plans all ready for that. And the next thing that is obviously going to happen is we have to then also, raise the amount of developers that we have. So today across Africa, we have about 500 developers. That's from the 3 countries, Nigeria, Kenya, and Uganda. And over the next year, we will more than double those figures.
For more local and international news, log on to www.capitalfm.co.ke. I've been your host, Unia Amunga.